go.
Well, it was warmer. I was trying to see if there was any warmth left against the rock, but it's a little chilly. So, okay. I'm really close to go back home. Not a spring chip with Oldecam for OFN with comments on the headlines of today. New York Governor Eliot Spitzer resigns.
Well,
oh, Spitzer. I called him Spitzer again. Spitzer.
Well, that's how far he's gotten out of everybody's minds.
Obama coasts to victory in Mississippi primary.
But the problem is that the Democratic Party can only win 25% of the white vote in all of his victories, which is not a good sign for the fall elections.
Indiana voters on Tuesday elected a Muslim to Congress, only the second of that faith chosen in U.S. history.
Well, he's actually a converted Muslim. He did it in the last year, so they're electing him on his past record, not his current.
Oh, and the first one was? First Muslim?
Somebody some time ago, which basically I don't think he made a second term.
Report shows increase in Iraq violence since January.
Well, you know, when you know you got to chase the people out like a dog with his tail between his legs, you just keep putting the pressure on them.
A French public prosecutor has asked judges to bring manslaughter charges against U.S. carrier Continental Airlines over the 2000 crash of a Concorde flight that killed 113.
See, that has to do with a piece of a Continental plane falling off on a runway and the Concorde hitting it.
Spitzer may have spent tens of thousands.
He was a very busy person.
Gitmo detainees allowed phone calls.
Which probably makes sense. This way they're keeping them there so long because they wouldn't have anything new to learn from them, but if they let them call out, they keep getting things from them.
Fallon resigns as Mideast military chief.
You can expect that there will be hearings on Capitol Hill about, a man that opposes Bush leaving his job.
Gilligan's Mary Ann caught with Mary Jane.
You'd have thought that, considering Gilligan's record, that would have probably been Mr. Denver instead of Mary Jane.
Drinking prevention needed in grade school. Study.
I know. I mean, you can get a study to show almost anything. I haven't seen a whole lot of drunken little kids in my life.
House creates a panel to watch over lawmakers' behavior.
Yeah, sort of like the fox guarding the hen house.
It may be the world's oldest profession, but prostitution is using some 21st century tricks.
Cell phones and online.
Really?
That's right.
Oh. Clinton disagrees with Ferraro on Obama.
Well, because Clinton doesn't want to lose the black vote, and unfortunately Miss Ferraro simply called it like it is.
The Fed promised a $200 billion booster shot for ailing markets, and Wall Street answered with its biggest bounce in more than 5 years.
It is coincidental at the same time that Mr. Eliot Spitzer was being hung out to dry and he hated Wall Street, that Wall Street did rejoice.
The second bounce. Google wraps up $3.1 billion double-click deal.
With every passing day, Google becomes more and more looking like Microsoft.
Flooded roads and subways, deformed railroad tracks, and weakened bridges may be the wave of the future with the continuing global warming, a new study says.
Anybody looked around you, that's been the past. I mean, everything is broken down in this country.
Hulu.com, a joint venture between News Corp and NBC Universal, plans to open its online library of ad-supported TV shows and movies to the public on Wednesday, the company announced. Hey, that's today, huh?
And I couldn't get on it today because they were having technical problems.
Maybe
it's been in operation since October, and on opening day you couldn't get in. It said, please come back at a later time.
Maybe it's just that popular now. Client 9, t-shirts hit the web.
Yeah, I mean, at least you can make money off the web at some things.
The real cost of finding a reporter.
Well, the problem is the cost in money, or is the cost in truth, or is the cost in finding the truth?
Movie makers see healthy outlook despite economy.
Well, generally in a bad economy, people go to the theater. But the problem this time is that the tickets are so high. I mean, you can blow $100 on taking a family to see a movie, and that feeds you for a while.
Boy, that sure differs versus the, microwave popcorn and one DVD at home, doesn't it?
That's right.
Path to public scandal. Why does this behavior keep happening?
Well, because power to people, people abuse power.
Sex infections found in a quarter of teenage girls.
I mean, I haven't been in college in many years, but I can tell you, I had a coach in college who was also the health instructor for the college football team, which I did participate on, and he just wanted to remind you that one girl goes a long ways on a campus.
Check those stats. Southwest Airline responds to preliminary findings of its internal investigation.
Well, let's see, they've grounded like nearly 50 airplanes today after saying, well, there may have been problems, and they're looking into it.
You know you love them, but what's really in those delicious Girl Scout cookies?
I mean, very soon, if people on the left have their way, you're going to be eating little tofu chips from the Girl Scouts.
Oh no,
Right.
and my Thin Mints.
Right.
Florida Democrats settle a new plan for vote by mail primary.
Well, the problem is that they're being threatened with litigation if they do it, and the Florida legislature has to approve it, and there's no way to guarantee that there won't be fraud.
My guess is they won't do it.
That would be a likely choice.
Minorities are more likely than white patients to rate their health care as fair or poor.
I know, they're the ones that are getting it for nothing. It looks like if you pay for it, you accept it as it is, and if you don't pay for it, you grumble about it.
Deficit widens as oil prices hit record.
Well, it also widens the closer we get to the fall election.
No drug standards for bottled water.
There are no standards for bottled water. You can go to your tap, fill it up with the water, and then sell it.
You know what? I've heard that before.
That's right.
Geraldine Ferraro defends remarks about Obama.
You know, she said that it's exactly like she said, and she's not going to take it back.
Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
I always find it amazing that those that seem to be the most pious tend to break the most commandments.
And thou shalt not.
You know, that's the main command of the Catholic Church, that